after show here on the Stream.TV. Huge show tonight. I'm your host, Sinead de Vries, and I got my pretty little talkers here with me to talk all about some crazy, crazy stuff that went down on PLL tonight.
Finally.
Over here, I got Ashley Mova.
Woo, woo, woo. Show it off, Moves. Do the Beyonce.
Oh, it's
If you like it, then he did put a ring on it.
Oh, God, is officially
Engaged.
all grown up, you guys, and it's really, really beautiful. And I can't
It really
talk about
is.
it.
The whole ring is just like one
ring.
big diamond.
We needed like more light in the studio, you guys, and Mova was like, I got it. I got it. Don't worry, guys. I got it.
It's literally perfect in every sense of the word. Ashley Mova is engaged.
Congrats!
Ashley Mova is engaged. Huge congrats to her and her boo thing. We love you so much, and we're so excited. And we totally know we're invited to the wedding.
Yeah.
Also joining us tonight is Meg.
Hey, guys.
Megan didn't get engaged, but it's okay, because neither did me
In
and
due time.
Steph, who's
And
also here.
Steph.
Oh, she's rolling up the sleeves.
Where's my single shot?
I don't know what camera is
You've got the
happening.
prompter. You've got the prompter, but I
Yeah.
think this is still on us.
I don't know.
Oh,
We're a little slow.
I don't know.
It's
what's
all
We'll just
happening.
do the wide. That's what
Whatever.
I was
We'll just talk to all the cameras. No big deal. We're professionals here. Hey guys, what's up? All right, so let's get into this episode because a hell of a lot happened. As much as I could talk about that beautiful ring on your finger.
I know, but finally, like a good episode. I'm just saying, finally a good
Yeah,
episode
for real.
happened.
For real.
Well, at least a lot happened in this episode, and it kind of shows because we are clearly leaning towards the end of this show as we know it. So they aren't wasting any time. There are good and bad
I
things
mean, just
to
like
that,
3
though.
episodes, but you know.
I know, but like, you know what I mean? There
Yeah.
are good and bad things because they revealed a hell of a lot in tonight's episode, but everything was so fast that it almost felt a little anticlimactic.
It was
Yeah.
very anticlimactic. Like, I was really excited. Obviously, they were answering these questions, but at the same time, you guys, it's nothing that you didn't already come up with.
Yeah.
Like, you know the
It's
writers
exactly
are
what it
stealing your
is.
theories. Like,
Yeah.
And even during the episode, they set it up. Like, it would have been kind of cooler if maybe they didn't reveal who killed Jessica and they didn't give any hints, but like we were already seeing Mary
Right.
Drake
Yeah.
back in town, and it was
Right.
just like they kept setting it up so it was not a big reveal at all.
Right. Or
Yeah.
like when Aria finally came face to face with who she thought was AD, but it was actually Sydney. She was like, "Are you?" And then it was like so fast. AD takes off the hood. There was nothing as shocking, really, except for the Lucas thing. That was really cool.
that was a cool twist.
Someone on Twitter, and I forget who, and I'm sorry, but someone on Twitter said it makes sense for 2 reasons. He went to camp with like Cece or something, I think, Lucas and Cece. Someone said something like that. And then the other one was that he always said he had a girlfriend. So maybe it was Cece.
That's right.
Oh, you're right.
Good call.
But
Said
at that point, Cece was still Charles, so maybe he
Right.
actually had a boyfriend, and he just
Maybe.
told
Was she
everybody.
still Charles at that point?
Yes, when they were kids, yeah.
When he was saying he had a girlfriend.
Unless when they were friends, Charles would tell Lucas, "I'm really a girl.
Yeah.
Call me Charlotte."
And I swear,
or
if
something.
Lucas is AD because he's wanting to avenge Charlotte's death, I'm gonna be like, shut the F up. Like,
She's
that
way
could
too
not be your
loyal,
reason.
loyal of friends.
Yeah.
Like
No,
everyone
no,
needs to
no.
avenge
Yeah.
her death. What if Lucas is gay?
Yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah.
He acts a little like I could. That wouldn't be too
Yeah.
far off. I wouldn't be surprised.
I would
Yeah. I could see that, and that would be a cool storyline that you guys haven't guessed yet.
Yeah. Well, actually, in last week's episode, when Lucas was talking to Hannah, I think I said to you guys, I was like, is Lucas like, acting a little bit more like gay?
Yes.
Like, because he was very, he was just,
you did say
Yes,
that.
and he was acting a little.
Maybe
bit
so.
flamboyant.
Maybe they're trying to hint at something.
Maybe, which
that
would be really cool.
That would be a really cool twist. I
Early
think,
on,
honestly.
though, in PLL, like, I don't know why I thought Lucas was gay. Was he, maybe just because his friendship with Hannah, like, I always think, like, oh, you know, it's
they're
like
just
girl and
friends.
boy, it's like, how are they friends? You know, like, stupid, silly mind of me. But, like, I always thought that maybe he was gay for some reason. I don't know. I kind of thought that he liked Hannah, but I thought he was gay, too. I don't know. Just a thought.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I
you
could
mean from
see
the
that.
very beginning?
Yeah.
I always thought, honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, I always thought that he had a crazy crush on Hannah.
Right.
And I only felt more confident about that last season when he gave her all that money.
No,
Right.
yeah, I thought he had
Right.
a crush on her, too, but I don't know why I thought he was maybe gay, too. I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
worships her, like he wants to be her.
Ooh,
I know there is something really weird about Lucas and Hannah.
Or maybe the reason why he latched onto Hannah is because in some way Hannah reminded him of Cece.
Maybe.
And he was just sort of like, he needed to protect her, which I could totally see Lucas not being AD, but being involved somehow for wanting to just see who killed Charlotte.
Right.
And wanting to get that information.
Right.
True.
Okay, so the reason we find out about Lucas is because Pastor Ted is back from, I don't know, the dead. Like, where the hell has he been?
I know.
The last time we saw him, he was getting shot down, getting proposed. Not getting proposed
Eating
to.
cookies.
He was proposing with a peanut butter cookie, and that didn't work out so well for him. I told you never proposed with a peanut butter cookie.
You never, but like, how can a pastor leave his kid? Okay, like
He didn't. I don't think he knew. He didn't know that it was his kid.
But that picture was. Then why was he?
Because I think they were at like church camp or something. But,
but
he didn't know. He said that Mary came back to town to tell him that they had a kid. Because I was with you at first, because I was like, you really didn't know this was your kid? But that's what he said to Hannah when he told her. He said, I asked Mary the real reason why she came back.
Yeah.
And she told me she came back because she needed to tell me that we had a child together.
When he lied about Mary being in the house, I was like, ooh, if Pastor Ted is bad, I would have loved that. Like,
no, but he's still so good.
Yeah, he's not bad, but he's like the worst pastor in the world because he lies, he leaves his kids. But this is what I'm wondering is, does this mean that Ashley Marin's gonna come back? Because I actually really miss her.
Parents.
Yeah,
I miss the parents.
I specifically miss Ashley. She seemed like a kid to me.
Well, guys, we cannot forget about that hot love-making scene with Jason. Like, that will forever go down in history of PLL as one of my favorite.
Wait, between Ashley Marin and him? I like forget this.
What
now.
if
you
can't
forget that.
Are you kidding me?
How do you?
I'll remember when I see it again. But I'm
Ashley and Jason, remember Hannah still saw them making out?
Oh, I do.
Yes. Remember we like
doing
freaked out.
They were doing it.
They were
doing it.
They were doing it. Remember, you still did this.
I mean,
episode.
Raise one hand if you think that they were doing it.
Raise your hand if you think Jason put his peen in Ashley's vagine.
Oh my God! How can you forget all? How can you forget all of the things that you said that literally were the greatest moments of our episodes?
That I don't know. People are just like effing all over the show.
It's true.
It's
so true. But you know what? What if Ashley Marin and Jason are together? Like,
oh my God, I would love it.
I would love if they got back together.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Except now I think he belongs with Aria.
Ooh,
Strange.
Wait, just for the sake. Sorry, this is gonna.
Excuse me.
Yeah, their moment, the flashback.
Can you watch your mouth? If you watch your mouth.
I know, but if this was real life, Aria would be straying because, like, Ezra's not giving her the attention that she deserves. I love that conversation that they had when he was like, I just want to let you know that when she leaves, like, everything's going to go back to normal. Like, I'm just doing what I have to do. But, like, then he, like, disappeared again? Like, come on.
Okay, you guys, you have to remember, we have to think about this realistically. He was in love with Nicole, and Nicole was in love with him. At that moment in time, Ezra and Nicole were it. There was no Aria. He had moved on. And then the girl goes missing in like the worst way possible. She's like kidnapped. So he was forced to move on, remember? And Aria had something to do with him writing that book. And it was like they only met by chance because she was working at that publishing company and they were professional partners. But if it weren't for Nicole going missing, who's to say that they would still even have gotten back together?
I don't know,
but it's like that with every relationship. Like, ultimately, it was right with Aria because just because Nicole went missing, if it wasn't supposed to be Aria, there's no reason he had to be with her. That was another girl.
That's very true. And I do believe that Ezra is endgame. I don't think that this means that they're done. I just think that I feel like Aria is acting normally, or how somebody should act, like considering that her fiance's crazy, deranged, like now, she was never like this before, ex-girlfriend is back in the picture, and the reason why she's crazy and deranged is because she's been thrown into this world where everything has changed. Like, when she left, it was her and Ezra. She comes back and her boyfriend, who she's been missing this entire time, is engaged to somebody else. Like, that's got to be the biggest mind out.
Can I formally apologize
same story, different
Ezra? Ezra, where are you, Ezra? I'm sorry, because I was so mad at him for not being open about the fact that he's engaged and being shady and spending all this time with her in New York with her family and just not even cluing Aria in on anything. And I now found out that it was because Nicole's therapist person told him and everyone else that they should be doing that, and that's what they need to do. So I'm sorry, because honestly, I don't blame him at all then.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a hard situation.
She needs to ease back into life. It's like so horrible. It's like somebody waking up with amnesia and being like, you don't remember anything, but just so you know, like, you were married, that's your husband, but he's actually banging somebody else now. Like,
and I was mad at Aria for not being more mad at Ezra, being like, dude, we are engaged.
No,
why are you not calling her in?
Right.
But now I realize it really wasn't hard.
Yeah, because I want to be mad at Ezra too, but I did really like that conversation.
But like, okay, you guys, Nicole's therapist told Ezra, like, who cares Nicole's therapist told Ezra? Like,
because it's for her
you are
mental
engaged.
state.
Well, if it's for Nicole's mental state, then everybody hold the phone.
Like, it's just like,
you guys, I think we're missing the point that this girl needs some time.
I know.
I don't like her either. I want her to go. I remember last season, I wanted her to leave so bad. I wanted her gone. I just feel bad for her, and it's only because I'm so confident that Ezra and Aria end up together. Like, this is not going to change anything.
Yeah. Speaking of people that need to go, Paige and Sydney.
I think that she's leaving.
Bye.
She was leaving, then
she was leaving, then she's not leaving. But now she'll probably leave again now that she knows that Allison's gonna birth Emily's baby. She's probably like, that was it, you guys. No more Chinese food, Emily. I'm out. Bye.
Yeah, by the way, Emily's eggs are in Allison, and y'all guessed that literally a year ago, so good job to you.
Guys. I love that.
Because the PLLAS audience has been saying that for forever.
Yeah.
We talked about it on multiple
I did this. I literally did
We low-key wrote the show, you guys. So, like, props to us, okay? Emmys for everyone.
I wonder who was the first person who came up with that theory. I know that somebody had written it in some
I'm pretty sure that's true, but I think out of all of us, I think it was
Mova.
you.
Mova was the first one who latched onto it.
I didn't write the theory myself, but you know, I've compiled things throughout the years and I've really just come to this conclusion.
You were the first one that said it. I just thought it was so ridiculous it couldn't ever happen. Yeah. And also, I was like, somebody made up this theory. Like, it came out of the ground. So this was a totally made-up theory. But it actually makes sense. And I don't know whether or not to believe that the writers came up with this on their own and you guys were smart enough to crack it, or if they literally took the idea from
I feel like they literally did. I know it sounds terrible, but
it sounds
it's like
terrible,
they were like,
it
you guys, last season, like, come on.
Yeah, but they really, I know shows really do that, though. They listen to the fans, and if there's something the fans want, they want. Here's the thing, though. I was, like, really kind of looking forward to a baby being popped out that was going to be, like, a little mini Emily Rollins baby.
It's going to happen,
honestly, I think it could happen.
I thought she popped the pill.
She did the first one. I think that you have to have, like, a series of 2. I think that she called the clinic back and said that
I think she's going to. I do think she will have a baby.
She was speaking to the doctor, and the doctor was saying, like, or something.
When you coming in, girl?
Yeah, like, what's going on? And I think she's like, we need more time. Like, just found out it's my best friend's baby.
She was like, we need more time.
She's like,
wait. That means Allie, if it was Allie's baby herself, she wanted to abort it. She didn't care about it. But Emily doesn't.
Because it was Rollins was the father.
I thought it's still Rollins, the father, with Emily's eggs.
Possibly, but we don't actually know now. Now that we know
Emily's involved.
Why the sperm? Why this sperm?
I think it's still Rollins.
Stephanie doesn't get it.
What?
I was quoting it Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde.
Oh,
no, I don't know it. I don't know that line in that movie.
That's an amazing movie.
Why this sperm?
Why now? Why this sperm?
What was the context of that?
She's like
She's at the meeting with the lawyer.
She's in class.
Is this like Legally Blonde too? Because I didn't even see that.
Oh, that's right. She is in class.
She's in class.
And Vivian Kensington has just like answered something behind her, and then she decides that she's gonna like show her up, and she totally does.
Yeah, she's
okay.
Anyways, back to Pretty Little Liars, because that's what this is about. And Stephanie clearly needs to watch Legally Blonde.
I swear that was Legally Blonde too.
I think Allison at that point, she was thinking like, this baby is mine and Rollins. Mine and Rollins, and he's a freak, and we killed him, so I don't want anything to do with him. Now she's like, this is nothing to do, this isn't just about me anymore. This is somebody else's child that I don't have the right to call the shots on.
I have a really weird theory.
Go on.
Okay, this is a little bit along the lines of A is good, and this is also supposing that A is not Sydney, because what the hell with that? What the hell?
She's definitely not.
A is someone else, and if A is a guy, what if really A is good and A really like loves the girls and always want to be friends with them or something weird and twisted? And A stuck his own man sperm.
I can see that.
A stuck his man sperm into Allie with Emily's eggs because he was always in love with Emily or something weird like that.
That could happen. I mean,
This is what the
possible.
A is good theory.
It all.
How is A good? He's like,
You're like, A
You
loves
had
him
it until
so
you said
much
the A
or
is good
something.
theory.
He loves him so much he wants them to be the dolls in the
he's
house and like weird
obsessive.
stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay, it's
true.
possible. It all depends on who A is.
Right.
Right?
It'd have to be a man.
Or it could still be Rollin's sperm and Emily's child, which then like would totally make for great co-parenting between Allie and Emily.
Right. Which I was looking forward to.
Where
Which I think is the
we're,
goal.
yeah,
That's the
we're
goal.
co-momming my crazy ex-husband's child.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder what that kid would look like. I think it'd be really chic
Really,
looking.
Oh, yeah,
really
for
pretty.
sure.
Yeah.
Super cute.
Thought I thought about that.
Okay, so what else do we have to talk about? How do you guys feel about Mary being the one who killed Jessica?
Another thing that you guys predicted.
Yeah.
Like, another thing.
I honestly was so hoping that after they said that, I was so hoping that we'd find out that Mr. Hastings was lying to Spencer and that it was Mr. Hastings.
I don't
which-
think so. Though.
No,
It's not.
Meg,
It's not.
I
Yeah.
feel like you're onto something.
I don't think so because they said tonight we would find out who the killer is, and I really think that they wouldn't throw.
No,
they
but
wouldn't.
like it could twist
I
again because
really-
he said it was my pills.
I really don't think it's Mr. Hastings. I
would
think
like
that
it.
they.
It is
I would
Mrs.
like
D,
it
I
too,
think.
but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think that they were very. It's like the way they word things. The same reason when Emily said, "How do you know that's mine?" Right? How do
Right.
you know that they did that? And Allie said, "I remember the procedure." That is a way for the writers to be like, "This is the story.
It really happened.
This is it. This is what happened. No further explanation is needed. Take this information, digest it, because this is what happened." I feel like this is the same thing that we're doing with Mary.
So the logic in that scenario is Mary Drake was mad because Jessica told her that her son/daughter Cece was dead, when really Cece was alive, right?
No, I think she's.
Took him. She took.
No, that was why she killed
No,
Jessica.
she wanted
about
revenge.
that.
Mary's getting revenge
on Jessica.
On Jessica for taking Spencer. No.
No, dude.
For
no.
taking the baby.
For taking the
For taking the
babies
babies.
and just like outing her and just like making her go to a mental
And
hospital.
taking your babies.
I think
It was literally, I remember, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, because maybe I am, but like I literally do remember Mr. Hastings saying that she was so mad at Jessica for lying to her, saying that Cece was dead when
I don't
Cece
know.
was really alive.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Because that's
but-
also her kid.
Right. So she came back for revenge on Jessica.
Yeah, so she killed Jessica, but here's the error in that logic. Is because for all that time, Jessica is the one who's been raising Cece. So essentially, she's harming her own daughter Cece by killing her pseudo mom. Do you know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah, that's
like
very
it's effed
true.
up to do to your own kid.
I need to do this for my own and for everybody's sake. Okay, wait. Mary Drake had sex with Pastor Ted, and they had Cece.
Right.
Mary Drake also had sex with Mr. Hastings,
and had
in case you guys don't know how babies are made, that's sorry. we're doing a health lesson. Sorry, everyone's like, they just ruined my life. What? Babies come from sex.
And two people love each
anyways,
other.
okay, so Mary and Mr. Hastings had Spencer.
Yes, but only because Mr. Hastings thought that Mary was Jessica.
Yeah.
And then and Mr. Hastings also did it with Jessica and had Jason.
Right.
And then
And
Allison
then
is
Mr.
only
Hastings
the
also
product-
did it with
okay.
Mrs. Hastings and had Melissa.
Yeah.
So Mr.
Right.
Hastings has
Right.
3 children
Holy crap.
from
So
three,
scandalous.
right?
Yeah,
He has 3
different
children from
moms.
3 different women, but
You're
one of
yes.
which he thought was the same person.
Right.
Because clearly the DiLaurentises know nothing about birth control.
Clearly.
Seriously.
But anyway, don't you guys think that's kind of messed up of her to do?
Yeah.
To kill
Yeah.
her daughters?
No, but like I kind of get like B, you lied to me. Like, let me kill you.
Yeah, but that's like cutting off your nose to spite your face. She's supposed to be loving Cece and protecting Cece, and she just killed the person that Cece loves.
Yeah, but
Right.
now she's like,
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
can be
make
your
any
mom now,
sense.
Cece.
Yeah, I know. Well, she's
You know, like,
crazy.
she like wants to
Yeah.
fill that spot.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't
there's
make
that.
any sense.
The whole crazy aspect.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
I guess she's kind of crazy. so.
Yeah, you're so right because that literally makes no sense. But maybe that's just because she's psycho, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of questions coming up about Paige and Sydney and Lucas. So if you guys have any last-minute thoughts, questions, comments, use the hashtag PLLAS, and we'll be right back after this commercial. Check out Hey Queen, hot tea. Yes.
Get that tea.
Okay, bye.
I'm spilling the tea. It's gonna be hot, hot, hot.
It's Hey Queen Hot Tea, the show where we sip steaming hot celebrity lies and throw Hollywood shade. I'm your host, Mr. Johnny McGovern, with my favorite hilarious people, Julie Goldman, Lady Red Couture, the beautiful Brandy Howard.
Oh God, it's so hot I don't want to touch it, but I just can't resist.
Real Housewives, real plastic surgery. Richard Simmons transitions.
She looks like Kelly Osbourne.
Trixie Mattel.
Manila Luzon. Brandy's bad news boyfriend is
Callum Best.
Obviously, he's good at what he does because he's fucked the best of the best.
Kylie, Chloe, and Kim have not gotten near a white dick since junior high.
Release the Kraken.
I cannot deal with that at all. I will go crazy. It's making me crazy right now, and now I'm insane.
Oh, but if you want the tea, honey, the total tea, girl. No O's, honey, the tea.
Hey, we be
Hey.
back.
Hey.
Hi, guys.
What's funny?
Okay, so I'm just like going through some of your guys' questions, and they're so legit because.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get started, okay? Because there is a lot of, but a lot of you guys are talking about this kid, right? So Megan Fowler at MF_Ragdoll says, who is Emerson's baby daddy, right? And then if I go here, at Deja Baby says, Spencer said the eggs were fertilized before they were put into Allie, so there is a possibility that it's not Rollins' baby. Because if the eggs were fertilized before...
They could put any sperm in there.
Exactly.
Right.
So...
Well, they could have done that all along, really, right?
Right, but like, I think they were... Okay, so because Allie had a procedure done when she was being held whatever by Rollins, it almost made it seem like it was Rollins' kid. But if we are really thinking about this logically, right?
Science, yeah.
Rollins didn't want anything to do with Allie, so why would he even put his sperm in this?
But they were probably having
that's true.
sex. Like, Emily's eggs were just in there, and at that time, Allie and Rollins were still...
No, you can't do that. You still have to implant the egg, the fertilized egg. It's almost like doing it like in vitro. So they take an egg and they take a sperm, they fertilize it in a petri dish, and then they take that and they, go basically put it into a new home.
Science with Sinead.
Right?
But like that's only because it was fertilized before. Like you can put just like an egg. I think you can just put an egg in someone and then like, you know,
and have it be fertilized.
I think.
Right. So, but
I don't know. I've never done this before.
No, but like it would have to be done beforehand and then implanted into Allie. So whatever the fertilization happened, not inside of Allie's body.
Right. Okay.
It happened in a lab in the hospital.
Because then you don't know if it it could have still been Allie's egg then. You know, if it had been afterwards. You don't know.
It's all in there.
It's all
Right.
like,
Exactly.
Right, but she had a procedure done where they were implanting a fertilized egg. Right. We just still don't know
who
fertilized it. Exactly.
Who's my gardener. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, crazy. So at Ian Austin Hurt says, I think the reason why Aria doesn't want her file getting out is because it shows that she was in Radley and was or is mentally ill.
Dude,
so we know that
what?
it's a
yeah,
theory.
because she was never in Radley, so we know.
Right, but that's always been a theory, right, from the very beginning.
Instead of going to Iceland or wherever her family went.
She was they were supposed to be in Iceland, but maybe this was like all part of her crazy like made up thing in her head.
Right.
It always comes back to Aria, right? A lot of people have a lot of speculation about Aria. So we know that Aria is being blackmailed by AD enough that she is really, really trying to keep up this lie with her friends. I really do like this storyline.
I do too.
Because
I love it.
I feel like she might go for it.
No,
yeah, I think so too.
She always is the one to freak out with that. I think her and Hanna seem to always be like the ones that are always freaked out the most when A does stuff. But like they've been leading up to this because first she was all crazy and shady last episode, and now she's the first person I feel like out of all of them to completely go against them. To disconnect, to go against them. They all never fight. That's like the whole thing with the show is like they're best friends, and despite all the terrible things that happen, they still never fight. And now she's like totally against them.
Right.
Unless she's planning on just doing that so she can get the inside to
totally.
Like,
but I think that they might not tell us like whether or not we should trust her. But also like what the hell is in that file?
I just don't think that while I do love this theory, I don't know if that's serious enough to really hide it from your friends. Like, what else could be in the file? I'm not sure, but like I don't really know if me being a mental hospital would be that dramatic.
Because Spencer was, Mona was.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we've all been in the mental institution.
Yeah.
What's the big deal? You know?
Right, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
Dude, I want Aria to be A so
At
badly.
Beezus XX, I know, me too. Says Ren is back next episode and looking.
Oh my
fine.
God,
He
yes,
looks
so hot, so good, so
shaved.
hot.
He's like his head is
he's
buzzed.
the character I want to come back. Like all these other characters, like great, cool, you're back. You made a little cameo, but like bye. Like Ren, you can stay.
Yeah.
Also, like, did it look like he was in a jail or something?
It kind of did.
It really did. Or maybe he was at the hospital.
He was at some sort of like. There was a lot of people around. He was sitting and it looked like he was waiting for somebody.
No, but I feel like he might be actually because, shoot, I felt like we saw a scene and I remember thinking, what was that? You guys,
Oh my God,
A
there's
is in our
ghosts.
studio. A is here. That was weird. But I feel like they were saying something in the preview that led to you believing that they were going to a jail, and then you see Ren. I thought that too.
Yeah,
for
I don't
some
know.
reason.
And like,
no, Detective Marco was saying to
that's what it
Spencer,
was.
like,
That's
you
what it
are the one who
was.
killed Rollins. It's leading, all signs are pointing to you.
all signs are pointing to you. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right. And that's why I think I made the
Which we
connection.
all totally knew would happen because right when they started heating up, Detective Marco and Spencer, like I think we all knew, like she's supposed to be with Toby, so what's going to break up Detective Marco and her? It's got to be the Rollins
Right,
murder.
and when he found the finger or whatever last episode, I thought that he found the finger to Mrs. D. But like now
It was
that
a man finger though.
Now we know that he is 100% like on the right track to finding out who killed Rollins. But also like now A is threatening them. They have to figure out this puzzle or whatever before the detectives find out that they killed Rollins. So like, why does A care?
Oh my God.
Theory.
Oh my God. Sorry, that happens to me all the time. What if Aria accidentally killed Cece and that's what's in the file?
Ooh, love.
How did she actually die again?
Love that.
She fell out the window.
Fell off
And we don't know
the church.
who.
She fell out the window of the church,
I'm
right?
thinking, because I was trying to think in my head, like, what would be big enough where Aria would not want anyone to know?
Right.
Or any of her
Dude.
friends to know.
I love that theory.
We still don't know who killed Cece, do we?
No.
Someone had to kill her.
I thought we did know.
Did we know?
No, I don't think that we know. And
be
with
huge.
Ren coming back, when there's a Ren, there's not a Melissa
I was
that
gonna
far
say, like,
behind.
where is
So-
Melissa?
Right.
So if we're getting
Miss
Ren back,
Melissa
that
so
has to mean that we're getting Melissa back
I don't know,
too,
you
right?
guys tweet me to see if that could potentially work.
Yeah, and,
I like
and
it.
who, and remind us what happened with Cece's death.
I think that we haven't found out because I think today someone tweeted us, like, who killed Cece? So.
Okay, well, we need to figure that out.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that would be insane, and that would
You know
would
what I
be
mean?
big enough
That would
to
be big
hide.
enough, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so at MLB31 or MealB31 says this episode they totally insinuated that Lucas was AD. Do you think that is true, and how do you feel about it? To me, it makes sense. Okay, it does make sense. I don't feel good about it because it's not exciting, nor do I care enough if Lucas was AD because, again, it's not exciting. We've been predicting that Lucas is somehow involved in this for forever, and they just told us that he was best friends with Charles, or Charlotte. He's best friends with Charlotte.
Yeah,
so
he's involved for sure.
Yeah,
I think.
so, but like...
And the app.
Right. And
He's
he's
a
got
game
his
app
weird,
developer.
creepy things, and they've always set him up. We talked about this last week. They always set him up to be creepy, but like now that we know for sure he was best friends with Charlotte,
He's involved.
before Charlotte was even Charlotte, right? Or she was always Charlotte, but before
When
you
she
know
was
what I'm saying?
Charles, yeah.
So like, how would that even be any exciting at all?
Not at all.
No, but also what was not exciting, we haven't, like, we talked about this a little, but maybe we should delve into it more. Sydney being AD.
That was so freaking lame.
She's not AD. She's just working
she's
for
not
AD.
AD. Like,
and
first
AD
of all,
clearly has something on her.
Yes, first of all, guys, she's not AD, so
not.
just so you know. Second of all, she was obviously scared of someone in the limo.
Or like,
remember when she
either
was
that
talking?
or her acting was awful. But
No,
like,
dude, she was scared of whoever was driving the thing. She's like, Aria, switch to the bad side.
Before
She was like scared for Aria.
when they would do A reveals, like, and it would go to commercial, we'd all be like, oh my gosh. This one we were all like, whatever.
'Cause
Like,
it's
that's
not
how
true.
lame that was.
Well, the fact that AD was like FaceTiming Aria, that was
it was hilarious.
so
Me and Meg were
funny.
dying of
I was
laughter.
like,
literally video chatting. Like, we've
It
never
was a little
seen that
underwhelming.
before.
Like usually A is really scary, but like A was just popped up with the FaceTime like, oh hey,
so
Aria,
maybe it
what's up?
wasn't like A. It was Sydney because she said, "Meet me here."
Maybe because they had the automated voice, like the weird. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
I don't
But
know.
yeah, I just really feel like there is a bigger person, and Sydney was obviously scared of whoever was driving.
Yeah,
and that's
who was
why she
driving the limo?
Yeah, the main head honcho, and I think Sydney, someone has blackmail on her because she almost seemed like she wanted to protect Aria. You know?
Yeah.
Like, she wanted to protect, she was like, please come to the bad side. I'm worried about what this crazy driver is going to do to you. That's, like, the vibe I got.
Right. I could see that, too.
That's, I don't know. We'll see.
Really quick, somebody just reminded us, before we got to this amazing tweet, but somebody just reminded us, Alisoni, at Alisoni says, or Alison I, sorry, Charlotte was hit on the head and was dead before she landed on the ground. Remember, she got hit in the head with a rectangular object, which is why they thought it was like the suitcase handle and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we actually didn't find out. They thought it was Melissa for a little bit, but it doesn't look like we actually ever really concluded that.
Okay, so I understand, like, hitting her on the head, but then how could she fall out? So, like, that's a cover-up. You're trying to cover up your own murder. So you can't be really that innocent?
I think, okay, she got hit on the head, and then she was, like, thrown off the church roof.
But the detective said that she was, I remember now that Alison I is right. They said that she had died before she hit the ground, which means that that couldn't have been an accident. So if Aria killed Charlotte, she killed Charlotte.
On purpose.
Right. Why wouldn't she have bragged to her friends
Exactly.
Like,
I killed Charlotte.
Like, why is that a hidden? Why wouldn't she? Guys, I killed her. Yay.
Because at that point, like, they had all gone off their separate ways. Remember, it was 5 years later. The reason why they came back to Rosewood in the first place is because Charlotte had died.
But why would they?
No. She wouldn't have said and died. They came back to Rosewood in the first place so that they could speak at her, whatever. Allison wanted them to speak to get her released, right? And then she ended up dying just a few days later.
Right.
So they were all back. So it could have been one of the girls that killed her.
It could have been.
I just want to say that that's very, it's timing aligns. Timing
I love that, actually. Yeah.
At JMO210 says, so yeah, now Emerson is going to get married and bye-bye to the bitch Paige. Whoop, whoop. Paige, literally, there's another, we already talked about that one. Here, at PLLAS fan page says, is the only reason Paige staying is the only reason Paige is staying because of Allie. Because Paige was about to leave until she found out that Allie was having an abortion because she picked up the abortion brochure. Now, so that's why she stayed, because then she maybe thought that there was something going on between Emily and Allison. Now she knows that Emily was only, making noise with Allison all secretly because Allison had a really big secret. And now she's going to find out that Emily's baby's inside of her. So, J-Mo, you're right. They're going to get married. They're going to raise that baby together, and Paige is going to leave.
Yeah. I can't. I don't know if they're going to have the baby, but do you think they'll have the baby?
They're going to have a baby.
They're going to have the baby.
There will be a baby in this finale.
And I really hope they have a baby, but if they're like...
Well, actually, how far along is Allison? Like, is that even possible?
I don't know.
No.
I really want a little baby.
Unless they
but
fast
it's
forward.
not week by week in the show. It could be a month between.
They still have to show Allison writing on the chalkboard, right? She didn't look pregnant in that.
You know, he's coming for you. What if it's the baby daddy?
Yeah.
Love it.
What if they just forget about that whole scene?
And A's the one who impregnated.
What if it's freaking...
the baby is A's and Emily's.
That's so lame.
That's what I like.
Why would the babies be ADs? Like, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Because he loves the girls and he wants to like be a part of them in some way, so he has to implant
So then he's coming after Allison to steal his baby back?
And the dad, his name starts with a D. Who? Darren Walden? No, lame. Bye. Yeah.
He's like actually dead.
Also, was his sperm.
Also with Paige, I just want to rewind that to that one moment when they were on the bike, and then we all thought something really terrible was going to happen, and then what actually happened is they like face mushed. But then I didn't like what Paige said. She was like, "This makes me feel like high school, and then it's the same, and I feel bullied again," and I was just like, dude, the fact that you're putting yourself in a position that you feel bullied in high school, like, grow up, girlfriend. Like, it's time to grow up. I don't feel bad for you at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. Yep. At PLL fan Shay 7 says, do you think Emily will tell Paige about the eggs? Like, yes, absolutely. That's the biggest thing that's going to happen between them. They just made out, and now she's going to find out, and it's going to ruin everything.
Love it.
So Kristen 7536549 says, so Lucas and Charlotte were best friends. He's got to be AD. So now we know for sure 100%. The only thing we really 100% know after this episode is that Lucas and Charlotte, yes, were best friends from forever ago, and somehow they're connected to Pastor Ted, right?
Right.
That is something we know for sure, and that is also a
maybe
cool
Lucas
thing.
doesn't know though that it was CT. Like, I mean, maybe he just doesn't know. Just a thought.
Yeah. Okay, last question. At Prism Sperry says, why do you think that AD chose Aria in particular?
Because she's the weakest link, because she can't handle the game the most. Like, it gives her the most anxiety.
Or she has the biggest secret, and that was the easiest target.
Yeah. Or she's A.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
I would love that. I want to bring it back
but
to
like,
that too.
okay, if she's A, then why is she trying to hide that file?
Trying to text herself.
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's weird. Like, the way that they better explain all of this if she is A, because it makes no sense why she would be hiding her own file and be like, I don't want the girls to find out. because
she's so
crazy. Because she's so
and her
crazy.
other, like, person starts with a D, like Aria and Dominica.
Yeah.
And she's like, Aria, go find the file.
Yes, for real. Yes. Like, she's that crazy because A should be some bipolar
they're gonna bring
maniac.
like the twin theory back, and they were gonna give her a twin or something.
Oh yeah.
Because still remember, I've been saying this for like 3 years. In that family photo album, remember how like excited I was that I had seen that, and then literally nothing came of it.
Right.
But there's a family photo album. You need to watch PLL.
That the dad was looking at. There's a picture and then there's two babies.
There's two babies. It was Charles and it was Ellie.
Mr. Montgomery was looking at a picture album
and it had
that had two little girls in it.
Right.
They were both brunette. And they were probably Aria and Dominica. I literally freaking can't.
Oh, God. And Dominica. It was a dark and stormy night.
You guys, honestly, you think that's it? You think
Diana?
I like Dominica. Diana's lame. Dominica's better. Do you guys honestly think that's it? Do you guys think that at the end of this,
I would love that.
they're gonna reveal that Aria has a twin? And
I would love it.
I either want that or I want some weird thing with the two blondes with Allie and Hannah.
Yeah.
Because remember the boat picture? That whole weird thing.
I like that in my head.
And like the little girl that was creepily running around,
two blonde twins. That's like a thing.
Yeah.
Come on, Marlene,
I thought they were using that to hint at Jessica and Mary, but also like, why did that little girl visit Ashley Marin?
Ashley's? Yeah, I agree.
Everyone's got a twin. Everybody's got a twin on this show. Like, seriously.
Okay, I think we should. It's Halloween.
We gotta go right now.
Man, you guys. Well, we love you. Thank you for your theories.
Why is it echoing like that?
I think they're telling us that
they're trying to tell us something.
Get out of the studio, you guys.
It's like time to leave, guys.
I wonder if they can hear it echoing. Anyways, you guys, we're doing a show.
Okay. Yeah, all right, you guys, seriously, please tweet us and let us know. I have no idea if this is working. If you think that this is going to end with Aria having a twin, because right now they're setting it up like Aria's about to switch to the bad side, and it would make so much sense if the bad side was literally her identical twin. Dominica.
Or if Aria's A. Just saying.
Or and tell us your thoughts about Lucas too, because like I'm really not gonna be excited if it's him.
Yeah, I'm not either.
All right, hashtag PLLAS. We have 2 weeks until the next episode, so we won't see you guys next Tuesday.
I think
literally,
I was confused by that. No, I was there when that happened, but I was like, wait, why are they just stopping for 2 weeks?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's something going on next week. I'm not sure. But let us know all your thoughts, so that maybe like when we come back in 2 weeks, we could do like 5 minutes of just theories based on what we found out in tonight's episode before we break down the next episode. Okay?
Cool.
All right, love you guys. Are you guys ready?
No,
Yeah, here we go.
I hate everything about this plan.
In 3, 2, 1.